Alright, you guys, we're back. This is part 3 of the Throwback Tournament Review $1,050 Super Tuesday edition with 100,890 schmackaroos up top. We are coming back with 30 big blinds, 60,000 chips at big blind 1K, 2K. We just ended on that weird hand in part 2 where we lost with Ace Jack versus Ace Jack and Pocket Deuces. The guy played Deuces really weird. If you guys want to check that hand out, or you missed part 1 and part 2, be sure to go back in the channel before you watch this one and check those ones out. I have nothing else to say. Let's get into it. Alright, starting off with the 7 deucey here. I mean, we're going to watch hands if we got, like, we're not really in a big rush here. Oh, he got him. He got him. One big ace will got him. I mean, I say we're going to watch hands, and then I skip a bunch of them. What's wrong with me? I guess we're shoving here with the deuces. I mean, now we're definitely shoving, I guess. This guy's a wreck in the small blind. Oh, we just call. Okay. Maybe this guy wasn't that aggressive. You know, that could be it. That would make sense if he wasn't super aggressive and we just wanted to call because we thought that he's probably have a stronger range in general. We should be folding now, I guess. Yeah. I think you should shove there. I don't really think that no fair is going to call that often. I mean, I guess you could have like 7s, 8s, 9s type of hands, but like he shoves most of those anyways, right? Like he shouldn't have too many pairs because he shows most of those. And like he's just going to be dead money with like Queen Jack suited, Queen 10 suited, like hands like that he can't call 25 big blinds with. So I think you should shove the pair, any pair there. Oh, hello. 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 All in. Oh my god, this one plays itself. Sometimes you just got to get there, you know? Sometimes you just got to get there. You can't be winning tournaments if you're losing kings versus aces. It's just not how it works. I hope we don't call this. Okay, good. Ace 8. Ace 8. Aggressive lad. I'd call like ace 10 there. Ace 10, maybe ace 8 suited. Seems fine. Shouldn't open this one. So we're playing, what, 3 7-handed right now? We should have called that big blind, but I don't know. I don't know if we would have then. This is 2 years ago, right? I don't really know how I was playing back in two years ago. Obviously calling better than Phil there if he goes all in. Just min-raising up a storm, which is fine. I hope to see a call here. I think Sava is either like a really aggro reg or a recreational player. I can't really remember, to be honest. So I hope we see a call. Okay, we do. That's very nice. Oh, and that is a very nice flop. Are we going for the check raise, though, here? Is that what we do? I think we just check call, probably. Yeah. We should probably lead now, because we don't want to give him a free card to check back, like, his, like, ace 10 with the 10 of spades. Like, that's really bad for us if he checks back that hand. So we should probably lead, like, 24,000, and then maybe value bet the river, like, 30 on good rivers. But I think I wasn't leading too much at this point in my career, but I definitely think that leading the turn here is just, like, super, super good. Yeah, see, because this kind of thing happens. And now we got to go just check, and pray that he checks, and pray that he doesn't have a flush. And he bets. And we fold. God, that sucks. Like, that's just why you want to lead. That's, like, literally exactly why you want to lead. So this has got to be in the money by now. I mean, we should see a peel, but I assume we'll see a fold. No, okay. Okay. This is a check raise the situation. Oh, come on, man. Come on, man. I mean, he probably calls with ace high a lot here, so I like the bet. Oh, we go for the overbet, though. Like, I don't like this. It's just too big, like... I mean, when we overbet here, we're just like, hey, man, we got a boat, you know? You should probably fold your ace high. Whereas if we go, like, 17, 18K, it's more like, oh, I'm trying to buy it for cheap. But he calls us. Oh, he rivers the queen. Yeah, so we just got lucky with him rivering the queen, but, like, I guess he beats, like, ace high bluffs, but, like, am I really bluffing with ace high? Like, ace queen is the same thing as ace high here, right? Because when I bet 31,000 to a 26,000 pot, what am I representing? I'm representing mostly a 7, maybe sometimes a 5. He doesn't have that many 7s in his opening range from there. And also, he probably bets to flop a lot of the time with a 7, just because he wants to build a pot. Even though, like, I don't really... I mean, it is semi-draw heavy. It's got straights and flush draws possibility on the flop. So, yeah. I think, I represent mostly a 7 or a 5, and, like, I don't really represent a 5, so I guess when I'm this polarized to a 7... the call does kind of make some sense. Because all the draws bricked. But, like, we led the turn, right? So we don't really have that many, like, draws because it's a double-paired board already. Like, it's not like we're leading, like, an open-end straight draw here and, like, willing to, like, value bet the river if we get there. I mean, potentially because he doesn't really have many 7s and 5s. I don't know. I think like, an 18,000 chip bet just works a lot better than a big polarizing overbet there. But it works. So what the hell do I know? I guess we're folding. It's a bad hand. Oh, this is a prettier one. We should see a bet here of like 4,000. He's only got 25k behind, 15 in the pot. I just think you should bet like 1 to 1.5 big blinds here. Yeah, it's just like, it's unnecessarily large. You know, like, if he's going to check shove a pair, like a 4 and 8, a king high, an ace, if he's going to check shove it, he's going to check shove it no matter what the size. If he's got king high, queen high, or if he's got king high, maybe he shoves, but nah, he doesn't shove king high. If he's got like queen high, jack high, 10 high, 7 high, any sort of high card, he's going to fold no matter what you bet because of his stack size. Because he can never consider floating. So betting like 3,500 chips accomplishes the exact same thing as 6,000 here. And as long as you're doing that with your value and your bluffs, you're good. All right, easy call for us. All right, now it's a tougher call. Whew. Depends on Ice Bear. This depends solely on Ice Bear. Oh my God is a regular, like semi-decent. Like he's definitely going to be shoving like a wide range of hands here that I'm absolutely smashing with Ace Jack. So I'm not really worried about him. What I'm worried about is Ice Bear. What the fuck does Ice Bear shove 25 big blinds here with? If he's ISOing like Ace 5 suited and Ace 8 offsuit, then this is an easy call. But we can't really be sure that he's ISOing that, so I think we probably just fold. Yeah. So unfortunately, he does have one of the hands that we dominate, but again, I don't really think he's going much wider than Ace 10 suited there. Maybe like Ace 8 suited and Ace 10 off or something. But even that, like, I'm not sure if we have enough equity versus that. I think we probably do. So it's really close. But it's a three-way pot again. It's very close. So we got queen and a jack. This is a good hand. All right, we'll take it down. All right, another pair. Check it back. This is a terrible board in a three-way pot, you know? Yeah, we're just going to fold now as well. Just doesn't make much sense to continue. All right, I guess we just shove here. He's not got many big blinds. It's definitely a shove. So easy shove for us. And we're flipping, and we lose. Not to be alarmed, we still have 108,000. You can't win every flip. Well, you can, technically. But that would be truly shocking if you managed to win, like, every flip for multiple years or something. 5? Four-way pots with a small pair. This is really the time to hit a set. 14k. It's a big bet. Half pot. We're just going to fold. Yeah, this is good to fold ace, like offsuit, ace X, or in early position 8-handed. Just like not a good hand. Just not a good hand. We should call. Okay. We flop a pair. This is good. I mean, it's not amazing. Don't get me wrong. We prefer like a 10-4 deuce flop, but we'll take this for now. We're going to start with a check call, I would assume. I mean, check raising and check folding, neither of those make any sense at all. This is just the most profitable line for us to take. And we go check, check. I would love to see like a value bet here of like 9,000. Either that or a check call, I guess. I mean, he doesn't really check back too many hands on the turn that we are behind. Like a 5, maybe like ace 5 or king 5 suited or 6-5 or something like that. But like, I doubt he checks a flush. I doubt he checks a 7. I doubt he checks an overpair. Maybe ace 4. I guess a better 4 or a 5. So we just check. I think we're just going to check, check, and win. Unless he bets and we call. Nah. Yeah, we should just value bet, I think. Oh, God, we would have got paid as well, most likely. Yeah, we should just value bet like between 7 and 10,000 there for sure. Alright, so we must have had to read that Athenom was a nit in the big blind. Otherwise, it doesn't make any sense to raise a hand like 9-4 offsuit. If you're raising 9-4 offsuit on the button, you're raising like so many hands, like almost all of the hands. So, yeah. And he 3-bets us, so our read was incorrect. For this hand, at least. Doesn't necessarily mean it was incorrect, just that we got 3-bet this time. We call the ace-queen here. Pretty standard. I don't want to 3-bet and get in, 35 big blinds in these positions when we're playing 7-handed. We're not playing 7-handed, so if he was really aggressive, we could potentially. But I still think it's a little bit punty. So we are 4 ways. We're comfortable, but not insanely comfortable. Very draw-heavy board. That's a great turn, though. We should see a bet of like 22,000 here on the turn. I don't really know if we shove the river. Yeah, 21,000. That's right around what I was thinking. I guess we shove the river if he calls, check calls. Because you got to think, right? Queen 10-3 with 2 hearts. Super duper draw heavy. If he has a hand like, Jack 9 of hearts or King Jack of hearts or Ace 9 of hearts, he probably check raises, gets it in. So if the flush comes, we probably still even shove and just try to get value from like King Queen, Queen Jack. If he has Queen 10, Queen, he flatted the small blind, so he doesn't have Queen 3 or 10-3. If he has Queen 10, pocket 3s, pocket 10s or pocket queens, I guess. I mean, he would 3-bet queens pre, so 10s, 3s, Queen 10 are really the only value hands that he could have on the flop. He would have check raised them as well. He wouldn't just check call them for a 3rd pot. So yeah, we're just going to go for value. This is sort of a bad river, right? Queen Jack gets there, but that's really it. Because, like, we don't really think he has ace-king, he would have 3-bet pre. We don't think he has king-9 because he calls 2 streets. And we think if he has king-9, he would only have king-9 of hearts and he would have check-raised the flop. So, I guess we should value bet, like, 28,000. Okay, we go all in. I don't hate it, but, like, I just don't think that king-queen calls us here. And that's the problem with this value bet. It's like, if king-queen, like, the main hand that you want to get value from, I mean, he probably only has, like, king-queen, queen-jack, and queen-9 here a lot of the time. Right? Maybe jack-9? Maybe jack-9 without a flush draw that he check-called 2 streets with. But he's not going to call that bet anyways. He's just going to call 28k. He's just never calling this value bet with a worse hand. So it's just a bad value bet. It's too big. We need to go smaller. So this is an easy open for sure. I like a check back on the flop. I definitely like to see a bet now if we get the chance. He leads pretty big. We're going to fold. Okay. Raise the ace-2 suit in the cutoff. Flop a flush draw and the bad gutter with an overcard. Good flop. We're going to bet. Okay, we don't get there, but we're going to barrel. I mean, I wanna bet for sure. I want to try to win the pot, but maybe we don't bet for sure. I mean, we don't give him to fold a 6. We don't give him to fold a 5. He only folds a 3 and a straight draw, and the straight draw we're already ahead of. So we should check. But we just build a pot anyways and hit our flush. So now we bet 40,000. Oh, we just shove. Okay. I like it, actually. I mean, you should have a 5. He probably hero calls a 6 sometimes. The only problem is we don't really have any bluffs when the flush runs out, right? Like, if this doesn't run out of flush and we shove, then we represent, like, a missed flush draw. As it is, we don't really rep any bluffs except for, like, ace-4. So he probably doesn't call. Unless he also has a lower flush. So, what we can take away so far from today's video is that I am value betting way too big. I'm not thinking as much about my opponent's hand. I'm just thinking about, like, oh, I've got the nuts, I've got a big hand, bet really big. You know, I'm not thinking nearly as much about what does my opponent have, what is he going to call, and can he call a big bet, or should I go smaller because he can only call a smaller bet. So far we're not doing unbelievably incredible on the front of our big value bets, of any value bet on the river. But yeah, that's okay. You know, as long as we're making the hands, I guess it doesn't really matter. Good flop, of course. Lots of good flops. I think we just ran pretty good in this tournament, of course. But, I mean, we played fine as well. This is too big. I realize we're very deep with him and we want to go bigger. But, I mean, it's not too big, actually. I think, like, 20k would have been good. It's not that big. But his bet is really weak, so he's probably going to fold a lot of the time. Maybe we go, like, 18 or 19, you know? Then he calls it off a lot of the time. And then we can bet the river big. The river on that hand is where you would want to bet big. Do we 3-bet to get it in for 150,000 here? 45 blinds, or do we just call? Probably 3-bet. I think 3-betting is probably good there because he probably 4-bet folds a bunch of the time, and he also probably we also probably get value from hands when he flats our 3-bet. So I think it's probably better just to 3-bet there. I mean, there's an early position raiser. I think calling with ace queen's better, but a late position one better like this. Yeah, we need to bet. We want to build a pot. We have a boat, but we get no action. This I would not shove back then, but you should shove. I would shove today. For, you know, under 20 big blinds with a bad ace-x offsuit. I think it's just an unexploitable solid shove. But yeah, I'm going for the worst option, which is to raise. Unless this guy's a super huge nit, and then it's a fantastic shove. I don't have any HUD stats. I don't really remember this guy at all from the tournament, so I don't really know. But yeah, this could be a great raise if he's, like, a humongous nit. Otherwise, I think shoving is the best play, and I think the next best play is probably just to limp in. But he does fold, so that works. Boring. Raise again. Okay, we should either bet like 5,000 to balance, or to balance when we bluff this flop, because we literally always bluff this flop, right? Ace 6-6 rainbow. This is like the best possible board that you can bet as like a bluff with like a hand like 9-7 suited or something. Or we could just check back because he doesn't really have anything that can ever call us, and we pretty much always have the best hand. So I like, if you check back the flop here, you have to check back the turn, because you're only gonna get one street of value probably from like a king high or like a small pair. So you got to go for the river, and by checking back twice, it gives him the chance to bluff and try to represent the ace when you were saying like, oh, I have like 2 10s or something, you know? So yeah, now we shouldn't bet big like 8k. Yeah, I mean, it's whatever. Oh, wow, we got called. We probably just rivered 9. Yeah. So that is also a thing by checking back twice with the ace. You can let your opponent catch up to like a 1-pair hand with like, you know, any garbage that he has. All right. This is gonna. Oh my goodness. Holy shit. Huh. Oh man, I remember this hand now. So Tuta Tenso is fucking crazy. This guy's insane. And you will see how insane he is down the line. Okay. So, we have a lot of chips. We have about 70 big blinds, like 60, 68, 69, 70 big blinds. And he's flatting this. What do we do? I think we probably just shove. Like, knowing this guy just, this is first hand on the table, right? No, fourth hand on the table. 1, 2, 3. Third hand on the table. I know nothing about him. Apart from like a quick shark scope, see that he's played like a few thousand games. He's probably a winning player. I know nothing about him. So, I don't really know what to do. Because he could be the kind of player that like only flats a huge hand, or he could be flatting with like ace, queen, ace, jack and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure I remember this hand. I'm pretty sure I flat. But looking at it, I think shoving, and knowing this player, shoving is 100% the correct play. But yeah, I just call. That's right. All right, this is a pretty good flop. There is now 180k or so in the middle, right? Yeah. There's a little like 190,000 in the middle. 186. And we get a great board. We're going to bet for sure. Really small. I mean, I don't necessarily want him to fold, and I don't mind if he like tries to bluff me out of it somehow. Like, people will turn their hand into a bluff here with like ace jack or something like that, and try to screw me out of my like 40,000 here sometimes. And look at him go. He just check min raises. Do I shove or do I call? I think I probably shove, but I think I should probably just call. Again, knowing the player in retrospect, I should just call. But I do shove, and I think he folds. Yeah. See, this is what I mean. This guy's just the craziest. And we're winning the flip versus this boy. And just like that, we have 451,000 biscuits. 113 big blinds. Let's go. So we're just hitting a lot of boards as well, right? Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa. Actually, it's fine. With this guy fighting off of 12 bigs, it's okay. I think this hand plays better as a 3-bet, especially with 2 to 10 so in the big blind, but I mean, flatting probably shows you a profit, but just not a very big one, and 3-betting probably shows you a large profit. And we have no back. If we had backdoor flush right here, I would float it for sure, but with no backdoor flush, I think we just fold. Two to 10, so he ain't never folded a top pair in his life, man. All right, we call the ace 7 at least. I mean, this is fine. It might be bad if Clownick is really aggressive. I think that Clownick was pretty aggressive, but I'm relatively certain that LCAS is very tight. This 3-bet's fine. I don't mind going a little bit bigger maybe when we're this deep with this guy, but like two years ago, it wasn't even necessary because people didn't peel 3-bets 2 years ago as much as they do now. So this is fine. We'll see what happens. He calls. Should see a bet here. You know, anywhere from 25 to 30,000 should get the job done. 29,000 seems good, and it does indeed get the job done. We have some good backdoors. I mean, not good backdoors. We have some straight backdoors, and we have, you know, the 10 of spades. Like, it's not amazing, but if the king of spades rolls off or something, that's pretty good. Fine raise with the queen 3 here. We check it back. I like it versus stack size. I like it a lot versus stack size. I don't feel wonderful about getting check shoved on the flop. I would have to call if that happened. But yeah, I feel good about checking back versus stack size. I like the bet 7,000. I want to bet 7,000 here and then bet like 19,000 on the river. That would be my plan there. Check it back for sure. No sense in betting. He's going to lead. We're going to call. We have a gut shot, and this guy's crazy. Okay, nice. We call. And now we're going to fold. He bets over the pot. So 1.5x pot is going to be an easy fold for us here. 2 to 10 so means are you mad, I think. You guys aren't going to be able to see it because you can't see the chat, but we have some absolute banter with this guy deeper in the tournament. I want to watch pots that he plays because he is so crazy. Boring. 2 9s, maybe less boring. Oh my god. No action, Jackson. Ace King. 2 to 10 so? Oh. We finally get a call and we brick City. I mean, we probably win though, right? Yeah. Yeah, we probably win on that river. Loose open here. We are playing 8-handed, but still, it's just too loose, I think. But our table might have been really tight. This is pretty bad, though, when he flats us. He's just going to win the pot so often in position. We have a hand like ace-5 offsuit. Good time to hit a set. Do we call? I don't think so. If we had a diamond, we could call, but without it, I think we fold. Too many bad rivers. All right. All right, Clownick, you can fuck off, buddy. God, Clownick, go away. Go away, bro. Oh, my goodness. Everybody's reshoving on us now. We just bled like 70,000 chips and min raise opens. We're not calling that. No chance. No chance. We're relentless, though. We are absolutely relentless. We realize El Cast is just the biggest net, but Clowny keeps shoving on us. Oh, my God. I guess we got to stop opening at this point, you know? Doesn't make sense to keep opening. Check it back. Ooh, bad. Fold. With three ways as well. Like, it seems like 2 to 10 so just bets the turn if it's a raised pot and it goes check on the flop. It seems like he just checks, you know? We haven't really played an exciting pot in a little while here. Oh, this hand. All right, so this is like top 3 favorite poker hands I've ever played in my life. Yeah, let's just get into the hand because we're gonna end this video on this hand as well. This is gonna end off our part 3. But honestly, this is one of the most fun hands I've ever played in poker. So we start with a min raise, which is what we've been doing all the way through. And we see B game 3-bet us. And we see a cold 4-bet from 2 to 10 so. At this point, we've gathered that 2 to 10 so is pretty fucking crazy, right? We have gathered that he's a wild man. He likes to play pots. He likes a 3-bet. He likes to bet a big. He likes to bet a lot. And he doesn't slow down. So B game, we don't really have many reads on. He hasn't played many hands, and he hasn't been here for a long time. But we do see the 3-bet, and it's like pretty standard. We're only playing 6 hands as well. I think this is final 2 tables. This is like final 12 people left, actually. 12 or 13 people are left in the tournament right now. We're feeling pretty good with our kings. At the same time, though, we're feeling kind of nervous because we see a 3-bet and a 4-bet. You know, like, what? Someone could have aces. So it gets back around to us, and we got to realize we're still insanely deep here. We are 60 big blinds deep with 2 to 10 so, and about 40 big blinds deep with B game. So, totally reasonable for us to put in a 5-bet here without going all in. Not make it huge or anything, because we are in position versus 2 to 10 so, which is the most important player in this hand, because he's the one with the 4-bet. So yeah, I would say we make it around like 110,000. 108,000. All right. I don't remember exactly the sizings and everything, but I do remember that. All right, so B game gets out of the way, I think. Yes, he does. And now, back onto your boy, 2 to 10 so. So this is a 5-bet, right? We've just 5-bet to 108,000, and he has made it 65. It is 42,000 back to him to call. What does he do? He 6-bets. In goes the biscuits. It's basically a literal click back, you know? And now I'm like, okay, so we've just been 6-bet. We have 2 kings versus one of the craziest players I've ever played against. What do? And I'm pretty sure I opt. I'm like, at this point, I'm like, shit, man, he can have fucking aces, you know? Like, why? It's pretty reasonable for him to have aces. He literally just cold 4-bet and then 6-bet clicked it back. Like, if this guy wasn't so crazy, this guy was just like a normal random dude, I might be like, shit, dude, like, this guy's just got aces. Like, what am I doing? I've never folded kings pre-flop in a heads-up pot in my life like this. I folded kings once, I think, when like 4 people were all in. It went like, it was like deepish in a tournament, and it went like raise, 3-bet, cold 4-bet, cold 5-bet. And then I was a 3-better, and the original guy shoved, and I just folded my kings. I was like, well, one of these guys has to have aces. And they did. I think I've only ever folded kings pre-flop once in my life. I don't really play much cash games. I think it's more of a thing in cash games. Anyways, back to the hand. We're going to go for a 7-bet, because I was thinking, like, we could just shove here, or we could just try to induce him further. Like, this guy's crazy. Like, why can't, if we 7-bet here to 200K, there is probably some semblance in his mind that he's like, ooh, I got Jack-9 suited. I'm all in, you know? So we 7-bet, we click it back, basically the exact same thing that he did. So this is a 7-bet pot now. What does he do? What does he do? 2 to 10 so what do you do, brother? He 8-bets. Let's go. He puts in the 8th bet. This is like some 2007 poker man in 2014. This is the 8th bet, and at this point, there's no more room for us to put in bets. When we put in this 47K, we are down to 131,000. We only have 131,000 behind, and we have 245 in the pot. We go all in, and he snap folds. He literally snap folded, I think. I think he took like 3 seconds, then he folded. One of my favorite hands in poker ever. Such a insanely ridiculous hand. An 8-bet fold. He cold 4-bets. I 5-bet. He 6-bets. I 7-bet. He 8-bets. I shove. And he folds for 130,000. He's getting like 4.5 to 1. 4.5 to 1 on a call. He's getting 4.5 to 1. Oh my God. One of my favorite hands ever. We're going to end the video on that note because that was an insanely fun hand. Thank you guys for checking out part 3 of the tournament throwback tournament review. This is the $1,050 Super Tuesday edition. There's 12 people left coming back to part 4. If you guys enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe to the channel, like, comment. Let me know what you guys thought about Tuta Tenso's fucking 8-bet fold. Let me know if you guys have seen anything similar, because that's one of the only times that I've ever seen an 8-bet fold in a tournament. Actually, I think it's the only time, it's the only time I've ever been on the table when it's happened. And I don't think I've ever seen an 8-bet fold in other places. I've seen like an 8-bet bluff like get through. Like I think I'm the Nuts made like a 7 or 8-bet bluff like back on some scoop final table like way back in the day. But yeah, I've never seen an 8-bet fold like that. It's just too funny. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Stay tuned for the next video coming up. It'll be a part 4 of the throwback tournament review, $1,050 Super Tuesday edition. We will be making the final table, and then either part 5 or part 6 will be the rest of the final table. So yeah, thank you guys for checking out the video, and have yourselves a wonderful day. Later, bros. It's sellout time, boys. Check it out.